What's up, Titans Nation? What's up, everybody? Good morning to you guys. Sip of coffee to you guys. We're back to doing multiple videos all the time. We're ready, you guys. Um, in this video, you guys, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about. And I know it's a morning episode, but hey, who cares? Let's just talk Titans football. Julio Jones is gone, as everybody already knows. We've all expected it. Um, well, I think a lot of us did. Um, Obviously, going back to it, I talked about it a little bit last night that it's not that he couldn't play anymore. It's not that he wasn't good enough. It's just his body just seems to not let him play to the level he wants to play. He's trying to push hard in and out of his breaks, trying to outrun everybody still. And at times you get glimpses. At times you get to see Julio Jones being Julio Jones, but you still get to see injury after injury after injury. So the Titans did the smart thing and sucked up their pride and said, you know what? As much as we wanted this to work, it didn't work. You continue to get hurt, and it's hurting us as a franchise. So it's time to move on. It's time to move on, and that's what we did. But it does leave the Tennessee Titans in a place right now. Sorry, I need to fix this. At a place right now where we're stuck with we have AJ Brown, Nick Westbrook-Akeen, NWI, um, and we've got Des Fitzpatrick. Mason Kinsey's still kind of involved, I guess. Um, but we really don't have anybody. And a lot of people were wondering, well, why aren't we picking some of these guys up? You got Allen Robinson signing, you got Devontae Adams signing, you've got all these players going to all these places, and the Titans haven't yet done anything to fulfill the need. And this is something where it's like people need to understand patience is key. We all want the big name splash. We all want to, be happy and stuff like that. But we've already done a lot. We have done a lot. It's just we haven't made that splash really. Um, but I think a big name is coming. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, who knows? But the Titans aren't going to go into the season looking like this, you guys. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. But this video is specifically about AJ Brown and the receivers in the draft. Who could fill these holes? And I really feel like once it's all said and done, even after the draft, I'm going to be making another video. And I should take some of your guys' Twitter comments because some of you guys, actually a lot of you guys, um, have been saying some of the craziest stuff like J Rob's terrible. And I know I'll be the first one to admit I've been upset with Tannehill, but Tannehill can get us to the playoffs every single year. He's proven that. Can he win us the big game? Who knows? Probably not. But I'm always gonna have faith. I'm always gonna have faith. I mean, you can't keep being bad every single postseason, can you? I mean, maybe, who knows? But at the end of the day, I'm excited for the future of this team and the present because we're still going to be very good. This defense is loaded, and the Titans just need to get this offense going. We just need to get this offense going. Um, there's options out there in free agency still, trade possible candidates in the draft. And that's where we're going to have to strike and strike hard. I'm going to put this down just a little bit. Okay. So here we go. We're going to get into it a little bit. First of all, I want to talk about some of the guys. Let me see if I can flip this around. Okay. Let me see if I can go over here or something. Okay. It's not working like that. All right. Let's talk like this. First of all, from they're all different, you guys. These are all different, but this is something I want to talk about. People have these rookies ranked all over the place. um but the first one, you got Drake London, and Drake London is a big receiver, 6'5". He's not a burner by any means. He's not going to probably outrun you for 80 yards, but he's got a huge catch radius. He'll catch anything. He's got a very slim build. So, for one, I don't think he really fits the Titans team. But just because we kind of need speed, a little bit more speed right now. But regardless, he's not going to be there anyway. So Drake London will not be there for the Titans, regardless if we want him or not. It doesn't matter. Um, and I'll be breaking it down individually, but here's the list. You got Drake London ranked 1, Treylon Burks ranked 2, which I have Treylon Burks somewhere around there. Garrett Wilson, Ohio State, they have 3. Chris Olave has number 4. That's crazy. They have 2 top 5 receivers from Ohio State. Jameson Williams, who arguably could have been the number 1 receiver this year if the ACL tear did not happen in the championship game. Jalen Tolbert from South Alabama. John Mechie III. Alec Pierce, Cincinnati. George Pickens from Georgia. David Bell and Christian Watson. Now, just mind you, some of these guys could be different. Some of these guys may have different rankings and stuff, but this is just one where I found where I agreed with most of them, at least. So, all right, we're going to break this down, you guys. We're going to break this down. Okay, we're going to go to, okay, my things are all over the place. All right, we're going to go to Drake London first. You guys, Drake London. And Drake London right here, it says the skinny a well-rounded receiver prospect. He possesses a rare combination of size, movement skills, hands, technique, and run after the catch ability, and immediate plug in and play. Drake London is somebody who is like I said, a huge target. He's got a very slim build. So you probably want to keep him outside of the out of the middle of the field to take those huge hits. But I've seen him take a few hits this year. He doesn't seem to have any issues with that. But his true speed, really, he doesn't really have that great of speed. So and plus, like I said, I don't see him sliding down to us, you guys, regardless. So don't expect him to be there at all. So that's definitely somebody who's not going to be there in the replacement department. In round 1, he'll be gone probably somewhere around 5, somewhere around there. Number 2, you got Treylon Burks from Arkansas. This guy is crazy. Like, it says this type of big-bodied physical presence is seldom seen at the position. A versatile chess piece due to his stature, athleticism, and ability to line up all over the field. This guy fits us perfectly. He reminds me a little bit like A.J. Brown. I've heard a lot of comparisons to that. Kind of similar build. They're both kind of like I think they're around the 6 foot mark, but around the 230 in weight, and underrated top end speed. But he can line up a little bit of everywhere. He's not scared to go on go routes down the middle because he's got that frame. This guy's somebody who would fit our team perfectly. But the thing with Treylon Burks is that I don't think he'll be there. There's a possibility, but one thing is for sure we can't trade up. So if we don't have a receiver there that we're interested in at 26, we have to trade back. That's just what needs to happen to gather an extra pick for losing it for the Julio Jones trade. Treylon Burks is somebody I would love to have. He's one of the guys that I have my eyes on, but I don't know if he'll be there. We will see. Anything can happen because there is a lot of weapons in this draft class, and the Titans sure as hell need at least one of them. So he's the number 2. I'm actually like I said, I'm a big fan of his. I think he'll fit our team more than Drake London will, and it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see how we approach this because he's a good receiver for sure. Okay, that's number 4. Here we go. Number 3, they have Garrett Wilson from Ohio State, a twitchy, flexible athlete that wins at every facet of the game. His combination of superb suddenness and flexibility makes him one of the more dynamic receivers in the draft. Now, this guy's a great route runner. His speed, he's still fast, but he's not a true burner. But Garrett Wilson is somebody who can do a little bit of everything, which is awesome. He's somebody I don't see falling to us, but he's also somebody I don't have my eye on. I prefer Treylon Burks over Wilson just because of how I feel like he'll match up, and the way that he could be more physical than Wilson with the blocking, knowing that we're a run first team. But Wilson, if he's there, I would take him. I don't think he's going to be there. A lot of people have him as the second receiver in the draft. So I don't really see us getting him, but he is a solid player who can go deep, line up in the middle. He can do a little bit of everything. So that's somebody you want to keep your eye on as well, is Garrett Wilson for sure. Number 4, we have Chris Olave, and everyone says I say his name wrong, but it's just stuck in my head right now until I hear it enough. This guy from like Garrett Wilson from Ohio State, um, viewed as a reliable number 2 option for any offense in search of a top-notch vertical threat on the outside. He constantly threatens secondaries with his speed. Now understand this. Understand this. What do the Titans need? A number 2 receiver next to A.J. Brown. What do the Titans need? Someone who has go speed. He fits everything we need, you guys. He's a great, shifty, crafty route runner. This guy is a football player and play football. These are just facts. Chris Olave can play football. It's going to be really interesting to see if he falls. It's just people are obsessed with speed. His official time was 4.39, but I'll tell you what, once he hits that second burst of speed, once he's in that open field, it's almost like he gets faster. It's crazy. So that's somebody I really have got my eye on. Like I said, this guy right here, Chris Olave, he looks thin and stuff, but he's not scared to catch it anywhere. But this guy is not a slot receiver. I mean, I'm sure he can every once in a while, but he likes to go deep. He likes to beat you, and this is the guy that would fit perfectly. So far, out of everybody I've named, Chris Olave would be the perfect Titans receiver out of everybody, putting him at my number 1 receiver for our team. Big time Chris Olave fan. Can he block as well? I mean, I've seen times where he can, but I mean, I just think that it's going to be weird because Titans love guys who can block. We run, and I don't know. He's a little bit on the thin, smaller side, but he can burn, and that's what we need. We need somebody to keep the defense honest. We need somebody to keep the defense outside of the box as much as possible. And if you don't want to put guys outside the box, if you want to stack the box every single play like everyone seems to do, then you're going to have Chris Olave to worry about one-on-one with those. And you got to keep the safety on him. That opens up more room for whoever we bring in. Anybody. And it opens up for A.J. Brown. It keeps people off his ass. So that guy is somebody I have my eye on for sure. And then it comes down to the number 5, Jameson Williams. This guy, it says he possesses the explosiveness, frame, and track level speed to be one of the best Crimson Tide's wideouts in recent history, pending his ACL injury suffered during the championship game. Now, people need to realize about this guy. He would have probably been the number 1 receiver taken off the board if he didn't get injured. We all understand that. The guy is a burner, just like Olave. And I guarantee you, he probably would have ran faster than Olave's 4.39. I would have expected a low 4.3, even a high 4.2. This guy is so fast. He's 6'2", got great size. He's not really big or anything, but he's not like skinny. So he's just, people need to realize. I think they said something. He had like 11. I know he had double digit 50+ yard plays, and he had 3 or 4 70+ yard touchdowns. This guy is a big play waiting to happen. So Jameson Williams and Chris Olave are my top 2, with Treylon Burks right behind him. I would love to get one of those 3 wide receivers in the draft to help give A.J. Brown some help and replace this Julio Jones hole. But we don't know if anyone's going to go out and be like, okay, I need some receivers. Like, literally, I need one of these guys. But those are the 3 that, all 3 are possibilities too that we could get. All 3 are possibilities. We could get one of those guys for sure. But if we don't, and none of these 5 are available, you got to trade back. And then hell, if you do trade back, then I want you to take whatever tight end is probably the best, or receiver. That's fine. But we do got to address both. Austin Hooper, hopefully he's going to show up. That'd be an amazing pickup for the Titans. But overall, man, like I said, it's going to be one of those one of those seasons where we need to fill some holes and we need to have players on the field ready to go. Jameson Williams, obviously coming off an ACL tear. Who knows if he'll be ready? But I'll tell you what, if he's there at 26, you don't pass on him. He is a true burner, and I think he would fit in with the Titans offense perfectly. Which is pretty crazy. I really feel like he'll be perfect for this team. Let's get into some of the comments. How are you guys doing today, man? Let's go. Brian Martell, what's up, buddy? We got Babe Contreras. Dude, I'm back. I've returned. Okay. What's up, Ducky? How you doing, buddy? Steven Crocio. Oh boy. Titan Saucy. Hey, what up, Titan Saucy? How you doing, buddy? Uh, Sambo says a rookie receiver I hope falls to us is Drake London. He is the next Mike Evans. I just don't see him falling that far. He won't go out of the top 10. No way. What's up, Nate? How you doing, man? Good morning, Shadow. What's up, you guys? Nate Smith says we need to go for Juju or Van Jefferson. I'm gonna talk about those guys in a second. Let's see. Sambo says I saw an article we should explore a trade for Robert Woods. Yeah, like there's a lot of there's a lot coming, you guys. Sergio says, "What's up, TA? Do you see us getting a wide receiver or a corner in free agency? Do you think that Caleb Farley is ready?" I think Caleb Farley, if he's ever going to be ready, now's the time. You guys got to understand that he's going to be he's going to be fully recovered. He's going to be fully recovered. So we're just going to have to wait and see how he comes back from this injury. Lots of time to heal up, more than enough time. Now it's going to be more of a mental thing than a physical thing. Hopefully he can figure it out. But I expect us to be active. You never know with John Robinson, that's for sure. So that's going to be interesting in itself to see what we do. So keep an eye out on that. Sambo says a couple of fans have been spoiled by all the J-Rob's good work that they take it for granted. No GM is perfect, but he's one of the best out there. That's perfectly said, Sambo. It really is. It really is. A lot of people are so negative. It's crazy. It's so negative. Do not give up on Farley. That's true, man. Let's go. Steven says, I agree. TitanAnderson, the only way we get Garrett Wilson is if we trade up at least 10. Trade up to at least 10. Yeah, we're not going to trade up, though. It doesn't make any sense. Josh says Jameson Williams wouldn't be able to play till November. I mean, people heal up fast, man. There was a time where we thought Jeffrey Simmons wasn't even going to play probably in that rookie season. He came back, what was it, week 7 or week 8 against the Chargers? You never know with some of these guys, man. You never know. So, but that is a guy that you regardless, I mean, you're going to go to the playoffs. So if he's there at 26, do you really want to pass on a guy with that much talent? I don't know. That's pretty crazy. What's up, Dredd? How you doing, buddy? Jay Woods, the Julio Jones edition is starting to feel like the Randy Moss situation from years ago. That's funny. He did way better than Randy Moss did, though. That's true. Josh says injured players stay injured. That's not true. It's not true at all, actually. Look at Adrian Peterson. He got injured, came back, and went for 2,000 yards. That's not true at all. Daniel Blackwood says, I want Olave, Williamson, and Hooper. Hey, I'm for that. Or even Treylon Burks. Like I said, Treylon Burks can play, y'all. Treylon Burks can play. Titan Saucy says, hopefully Tannehill does better next year. I think he will, just for the fact you can't be any worse healthy. Like that was the most injured team in NFL history. We had the most guys suited up ever, and still got the first seed. If everyone stays healthy, I mean, it could be easier for us. It could literally be easier for us. So that's something that's interesting. But back to what we were saying, there's a lot of guys out there also that I think we need to get one of those guys in the draft possibly, and then we also need to go out there and do something smart. We need to go out there and get a receiver, whether it's Robert Woods trade. That would be awesome because the Rams have way too many guys on that team. There's not going to be enough balls to go around for all those guys. So that's an interesting thought right there. That would be an amazing pickup. We've been linked to Juju Smith a lot, and Juju is somebody who is way better in the number 2 role. You see the difference that AJ Brown or Antonio Brown was for him when he had Antonio Brown as that guy to lean on as the number 1, and he can come here and be number 2 to AJ Brown, and I think it'd be perfect for him. I really do. He's a great blocking receiver. That's what we need. He's got some underrated speed. He's strong. He's big. So I think he would fit perfectly as well. But there's a lot of guys. Jarvis Landry, somebody that's been mentioned. There's a guy, to be honest, Sammy Watkins. There's so many guys out there that could come in and make plays for us, you guys. And there's guys that are way down that aren't as big of names that you could get. Allen Robinson was one of them until he got taken. So it's going to be very strange. It's going to be very strange. Daniel, or I'll get to yours in a second. We got a $10 donation from Philip. Thank you, buddy. If you check the draft order, there are 8 to 10 teams that need a wide receiver 1 or 2, just like the Titans. If we trade back, could it be a drop off in talent after the early picks in the second round? I agree, but one thing that I'm saying about that's why I said if we do trade back, if we don't have any of the receivers that we're really interested in, you trade back and you take whatever tight end is there that's a playmaking tight end. Because there is a few tight ends that should be there in the second round. They should be there for sure. And there's a lot of talent. So you could always trade for a tight end, and then you in your third or fourth round or whatever, take a receiver that could make plays too. I think that'd be the best thing. And thank you, Philip, for the donation, buddy. Appreciate it. But I think that's the right way to go for sure. Ryan Walker says Juju, Gerald, Everett, Leo Collins, and Eric Flowers. That's crazy, bro. Like, can you imagine? Like, I know Leo Collins. I think he's gonna go to the Bengals though. Eric Flowers is good too. So we'll see, man. We'll see. SM Ducky says I would love Robert Woods. So talented and a great blocker. Yeah, and he's a team first guy. Robert Woods is a beast. I would love to have Robert Woods. And he's hungry. He's hungry right now, you guys. He really is. So that's gonna be interesting, man. Drauk says, I wish we would have addressed offensive coordinator. He's a liability. Well, we did bring in Tim Kelly. He's somebody who's pretty much going to be the offensive coordinator. He's handling the passing situations. I mean, how hard is it to call a run play? So Todd Downing is just there, kind of, but Kelly will handle it and switch and handle all these passing plays and work with the receivers and everything like that because Downey has no idea what he's doing. He really doesn't. He calls the most dumb plays. Like we go all the way down, first and goal from the like 9 or 10 yard line or whatever it was. And he on first down when we've just ran it down their throat, and he wants to throw a little side screen thing to Chester Rogers, and the guy tips it up and catches the interception. Why would you do that from the 10 yard line? That tricky shit. The Titans aren't a trick team. I mean, we're just not. We run it down your throats, do play action, and play through that. That's what we do. So people need to. It's for I don't know what it was, but it's terrible play calling. Tannehill should not have thrown that ball, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Josh says drafting for need isn't most of the time worthwhile. We needed a receiver in 2017. We picked Davis over Watson, Mahomes, Watt, Humphrey, White, etc. Yeah, but at the time we needed a receiver bad. Davis was the guy who had all the tools on tape, on film. No, we didn't need Mahomes at the time or Watson. At the time, we didn't think we needed a Watt or anybody like that. It's easy to look back on drafts and be like, oh, how do we take him? We should have took him. But nobody knows how good these guys are really going to be. You just don't know. You just don't know. King Henry says best part of Titan fandom is the community. Tighten up. Hey man, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. Ducky says, why throw a bubble screen to a practice level receiver after 4 rushes for 66 yards? That's what I'm saying, Ducky. Like the play calls from Todd is crazy. If I was Tannehill, I'd have been like, fuck no, we're gonna audible and it's gonna be 4 runs right up the middle. Like it doesn't make any sense how that happened. It really doesn't make any sense how that throw happened. Too many mistakes by Tannehill, obviously. Too many mistakes by Todd Downing. With Tim Kelly there, look at what he did with Mills from the Texans. Like he put him in a position to just do well. He put him in a position to really, really do well. And I'm expecting him to do that with us. You can't get any worse than Todd Downing, you guys. So I'm expecting a big jump for this football team. I'm expecting us to go out there and do well. Go out there, win the division. Colts don't even know who their quarterback is. Like literally, the Jaguars are slowly improving, but they're paying all these backups to come in there and be starters. So that's just what Jaguars do. The Texans are I think a few 2-3 years away from. You got to let all these draft picks accumulate and build their team. So they're rebuilding. But I tell you what, man, Titans have done that before with the King's Ransom, and it's kind of fun, especially if you hit. I mean, I know we didn't hit on all of them. Obviously it's hard. You never know if a guy's going to be good or bad. Like, I mean, it's not a guarantee that when you draft somebody, they're going to be good. Never. Doesn't matter where you draft them. So yeah, Ducky, that play really haunts me, man, because that would have put the game away there. There's so many mistakes that the Titans made. We literally beat ourselves. And if we fix that issue, if we get more firepower on offense and we've got the defense back, the sky's the limit for this team. People want to overlook us. That's fine. We're good at playing the underdog, but we're going to hurt some feelings this year again. The Titans are going to be a team you don't want to see. I don't care. We're going to play the AFC West this year, and we're going to beat their ass. I don't care if you have Russell Wilson. I don't care if you have all these guys you're picking. It doesn't mean any Khalil Mack. I don't care. We have Jeffrey Simmons. We got a freshly paid Harold Landry. We got Danico Autry, a beast. I know Ducky loves himself some Danico Autry. We've got Bud Dupree, who at the end of the year was playing out of his damn mind. We got guys who can line up everywhere. Kevin Byard coming off an All-Pro year. If Amani Hooker can stay healthy, that guy is a solid-ass player. David Long and Zach Cunningham are going to have a whole freaking year together. This is wild, bro. Let's see. Right here is a good one from Drauk. 3rd and inches and no quarterback sneak. Yeah, it was 3rd and inches and then 4th and 1. No quarterback sneak on either play. Terrible, terrible play calls. Drauk says, team effort and loss, though. Just strange how Tanny thrives under LaFleur and Arthur Smith and massively regress under Downing like Carr did. It happens sometimes, bro. It happens. He says, I'm going back to work. Keep up the good content, bro. Tighten up. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. He said we got Danico Autry. It's over for the league. Hey, I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just trying to be honest. Literally, the Tennessee Titans are going to be really good this year, you guys. I just see so many people complaining about this team, the offseason, not bringing in the guys that they may have wanted. But you got to realize we don't really need that much. We just need a few things. Bring in another corner. We need 2 receivers at least. The offensive line could be fixed up a little bit. But overall, we'll see what happens, you guys. We'll see what happens. I'm excited about the future of this team. I keep getting phone calls. Damn it. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. So anyway, like I said, man, we got the Julio Jones leaving. He's released. So it leaves a big hole. It leaves a really big hole because Mason Kinsey's not a starter in this league. I know Rossi and Upload probably ain't gonna like me saying that, but he's just not at this point. He could be a gadget guy, return guy, slot guy probably, but he's not that guy yet. Rodgers proved he wasn't that guy. Batson was doing really well for us, but he got hurt, which sucked. Julio Jones just doesn't play, and A.J. Brown was hurt pretty much all year as well. But A.J. Brown showed, especially against the Bills, 49ers and stuff, that he's just that good. So we need to surround A.J. Brown with some help back there. And free agency's first, draft second. So let's see if we're going to bring somebody in. I'm pretty much expecting a free agent to come in. Whether we trade for one, I don't know. But I know Juju is somebody that I'm interested in. I know his TikTok bullshit is crazy, but it doesn't change the fact that I think he fits our offense perfectly. He can go deep on go routes. He's very good from the slot, and he's a great run blocker. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Oiler Titan says Christian Watson, wide receiver from North Dakota State, can replace Julio, 6'4", 208, 4.36 speed, and will be way cheaper, healthier, and we'll go 25 to 45 in the draft. Yeah, see, that's interesting too. I didn't talk about him too much, but he is somebody that could be there. Definitely, he actually should be there. But if he is there, do you really want to take him playing in a really weak division where he's at? I don't know. That's a place where if he's there and everyone else is gone, do you take him or do you trade back and hope he's still there? There's a lot, you guys. There's literally a lot. And there's a lot more receivers I just didn't go over. We just went over the main guy, the main 5, I guess you can say. But we'll see. Like I said, this is a deep draft for receivers, and we sure need receivers, so it's going to be interesting, man. Let's see, man. Let's see. But yeah, A.J. Brown's got a contract coming up. What will the Titans do? Will they pay A.J. Brown? I mean, you've got guys You've got guys right now getting paid. I mean, what was it? Raiders just paid Devontae Adams 28.5 million for, what was it, 5 years, 5 6 years. That's crazy. Um, you're getting guys. What was that guy's name who got 20 million a year? Um, oh, I can't remember the guy that the Jags picked up. Kirk, Christian Kirk, who's, I think he's getting like 20 million a year, somewhere around there, and he's not even a starter. He's a third receiver. So I mean, that guarantees you Debo Samuel, AJ Brown, all these guys coming up, DK Metcalf even. These guys are gonna get at least 20 mil. At this point, I mean, you're probably gonna get somewhere near 25 a year. But we'll see. We'll see. I think right now, I mean, we have no choice but to pay AJ Brown. You can't let him go. When he's healthy, our team is completely different. So as long as he stays healthy, you pay him whatever the hell he wants. That's how good AJ Brown is. Um, will we see that contract signed soon? That's the plan. That is the plan. So I'm hoping that it happens um, sooner rather than later, so that we can kind of just focus on bringing in these extra guys. But we really need to get this done. We really need to get AJ Brown's contract done, and then we also need Big Jeff's contract also. Um, so, but one thing is for sure: when we do sign AJ Brown to this contract extension, you got to start using him. I mean, you don't have to use him exactly like Debo. I mean, you probably could a little bit, but you got to remember he's a lot bigger than Debo. They both have yak abilities, true. They're both explosive, true. They're both fast, true. But the only thing is that uh, Debo, I think, is more quick on his feet. Not that AJ's not, but AJ is obviously way stronger. Um, and I think AJ may be just as fast, maybe even faster. But so you don't. I mean, you could use AJ Brown on end arounds, receiver end arounds. You can hand it off to him sometimes if you want, but you don't want to do what the 49ers are doing with Debo. You don't want to just line him up at the running back position and say go. You don't need to be doing all that. Screens, I'm fine with that, even though we don't do them well. End arounds, I'm fine with that. Just throw the ball quickly, quick design throws to him. We need to make sure AJ Brown this year has to have a career high in targets. And to get that, you've got to stay on the field. So these are my opinions, you guys. This is what I think. I wanted to surprise you guys with a little fun episode. AJ Brown should be getting that contract pretty soon. It's going to be fun to watch because we went from AJ Brown, Julio Jones, and Chester Rogers, I guess, to AJ Brown, whatever free agent we bring in, and whatever draft picks we bring in. It's going to be a new look receiving core, and I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for it. So if you guys can, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're going to be doing a lot of videos, you guys, whether it's live, whether it's pre-recorded, whether it's on my cell phone just walking around, short videos from stuff I heard that's crazy or whatever. Lots of stuff coming, you guys. So I want to thank everybody for showing up. It's going to be a great, great, great season for the Titans. Have faith. Don't give up, and just let time happen. Patience is key. J-Rob knows what he's doing. He's the Rob father for a reason. So what will the Titans do? What will the Titans do at the receiver position? Will they take one of these top rookies at 26? If none of those top 5 guys are there, do we trade back and accumulate an extra pick? That is all up for debate. But one thing is for sure, it's free agent time. You trade or you go pick up somebody sitting there. That what needs to happen. These are facts. These things need to happen, and they will. So just patience, wait, and hopefully it happens sooner rather than later, because a lot of you guys are going crazy right now. So again, man, morning shows are never like night shows. But I just wanted to put out extra content. I mean, shit, I might go live again tonight. Who knows? But like I said, man, I was away from you guys for way too long. I apologize for that. Like I said, I just had a brand new little son. Baby TA made his debut last night. So make sure you guys tune in. Maybe check out that episode. It's pretty dope. So Tennessee Titans contract coming up very shortly for AJ. Big play. What can Brown do for you? And then you got free agency and the draft. Possible trade? We'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this show, man. It's 34 minutes. Wanted to go for about 30 minutes for you guys, a little morning episode for you. And we'll see what happens, man. It's gonna be crazy. But Julio Jones, best wishes to you, bro. Sucks your hamstrings ain't holding up. But AJ Brown, we gotta have you, man. We gotta get that 5-year deal done. We cannot allow you to leave Nashville. You gotta be here. And I can't imagine you playing for another team, bro. So appreciate you for everything you've done. Just stay healthy and let's go win this championship, man. It's gonna be a good season. Let's take care of business. Let's go win. And I'll tell you what, you guys. Love you guys, man. And always, always, always go Tennessee Titans. We'll see you guys soon, you guys. Let's go.